Alright, part 2 on my Remington 700. SPS. DM is what the specifics are on it. SPS, of course, stands for Special Purpose Synthetic, I believe. And the DM stands for Detachable Magazine. As far as the strip takedown on this rifle, it's real simple. There's a little button up here underneath your trigger guard, right on the front of your trigger guard. And on this one, since I have the cheek piece on here, I do have to loosen the front strap on this because it's a little bit too close. And actually lift up on this slightly. So then I can take my bolt all the way out, hit that button underneath the trigger guard, and then your bolt will come completely out of your rifle. Usually that's as far as I will field strip it, usually on a normal cleaning. Every couple hundred rounds I haven't done it on this, but I'm going to, every couple hundred rounds, actually take the bolt apart, which is just unscrews and you clean your firing pin and everything else. They say you don't really have to do all that, but I'm going to because I like to take care of my stuff. You get it back in, you just line the grooves up with the bolt on the receiver. Like I said, it's hard to do with the cheek piece in the way. And just push it back in. Now you're ready to go. Alright, your safety will only work if the rifle is ready to fire. So, and yes, this rifle's empty. I have it in the fire position. I'm going to dry fire it now. Now, your safety will stay in the fire position. It will not actuate until you actually pull the bolt back and it's ready to go. You can pull your safety on then. Other than that, I love this rifle. This is a real nice rifle. It's got the new, I think it's the R7 Supercell, I think it's what they call it. Butt pad on it, and which is real cushiony pad. And believe me, this rifle does have a substantial kick to it. It's nothing that's going to kill you. It's not like you're shooting a single shot shotgun or anything like that. But it will let you know that, hey, you just shot me. But the scope. This scope you're looking at is a Leupold Mark IV LRT, which is 6.5 to 20 power. It's got a 50mm objective lens on it. All the Leupold tactical scopes come with the flip-up lens covers. Oops. This has a side objective focus. I bought separately the Leupold quick detach scope rings. The adjustments on the dials themselves are 1 1/4 minutes, 1/4 minute of angle for so every 4 clicks you're 1 minute higher on your higher or lower, whichever you're doing. This has a mil dot reticle in it, so it actually has the mil dots in the crosshairs. So I don't have to keep switching and dialing in for different things. I just aim over a dot or up a dot, whichever. This is the scope alone weighs 22 ounces without the rings. So I had another ounce and a half with the rings on it. So probably I'd say about 24 ounces total with the rings. The length of the scope from end to end is 14.5 inches. All the Leupold brags about this. All their tactical scopes are waterproof and they're really durable. Well, I haven't taken it and thrown it in the water yet, which I don't intend to. Which means I'd have to throw my whole rifle in the water, and I am not willing to do that. This thing retails, I think I found it in Impact Guns. Their website, it retails for $1,249.99. I did not pay that much for this scope. Look around, you'll find them cheaper. If you have a good gun dealer and you do a lot of business with them, like my gun dealer, I deal with him quite often, and I got this for a lot cheaper. He actually matched a mail order price that I found online, and he matched it and got it for me. So I got it quite a few $100s cheaper than what it was at Impact Guns. But they're really worth the money. If you can't find it any cheaper than that, they're worth the money if you're going to spend it. Don't go out and buy a cheap scope for your rifle. I highly recommend you go out and buy a good quality scope for your rifles. Whether it's just you've got a 22 and you're going out target planking, they do make Leupold rifle scopes that are real cheap price, but they're real good quality. You're getting a lot of scope for your money. But as far as accuracy goes, when I first shot this thing, I zeroed it in at 100 yards. Find the target here real quick. That's not it. Because I had just got in the rifle and I took it out and I sighted it in at 100 yards with the 150 grain bullets. And the last two shots I took were the rifle was zeroed at. And here's where we go with that. I started. I had a flyer here, that was me. I started here on this. I dialed it in over, and then it was low, and I got it. These are the last two shots that I took after I zeroed the scope. As you see, they're right in the bullseye. You're not gonna get too much better than that. That is at 100 yards. I took about a dozen shots at it because I'm not a sniper or anything, so it takes me a little bit to get my rifle zeroed in. And besides, it's fun doing that. It's trigger time in my book. But as you see, the rifle is pretty much zeroed in at 100 yards. So I just have to do the ballistics and stuff, which Remington on their website does give you a section to do ballistic tables for whatever grain bullet that you're using. I do have the ballistic table for the bullet that I have, so that I can go and figure out what I need to dial as far as minute of angle at 500 yards, and then go from there. Other than that, it's really inexpensive rifle. I was impressed when I found out how much it was going to cost me. The rifle itself, like I said, the retails for $672. I think I paid $600, a little bit more, a little bit less for it, after taxes and whatnot. So your dealer's going to set the final price on any weapon that you buy. Me, like I said, I got the detachable mag one. Some guys may like the internal magazines. Me, I wanted something that when I was out, I could actually reload really fast, like you do on your pistols, your semi-auto pistols. So all I gotta do is drop the magazine out of the rifle, and then grab a new one, and click it in, and pop it in. This is the empty mag. All you gotta do is pop in your new magazine, and you're ready to rock and roll. That's my Remington 700. It's kind of a review, I guess you call it. I'm just letting you know some specifics on it and whatnot. They make it in a lot of different calibers. They got 30-06. I believe there's a 223 Remington 700. There's a 7mm Ultra Magnum. There's the 7mm Magnum, which you're looking at. The 308 model. There's bull barrels. There's police special purpose rifles. There's like 100 different different models of the 700. This does not have the bull barrel on it. This is just your regular tapered barrel. I may eventually someday get a bull barrel for it, but it is a free float barrel. You take your dollar bill through here, and it is not touching the barrel anywhere on this stock here, except for the bedding on the inside, which is back here, I believe. Yeah, I'm real happy with the gun. If you get a chance to check one out and actually get one, I highly recommend you do, and outfit it to your own little cool factor, I guess you call it. I got it the way it looks now because I think it looks cool, and it shoots straight. I can drive nails with it at 100 yards. And like with anything, you need to practice with it. I'm not the be-all and end-all expert on this rifle. I've only shot it a few times. I need to shoot it 100,000 more times before I'll say, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. But it's like anything, you need to practice with it and shoot it a few times. Even a 22 rifle, you need to shoot it a few times to know exactly where your bullets are going to land and how it's going to be patterned. And the same thing with my 50. I got to shoot it a bunch of times before I say I'm an expert with it. And I'm not an expert with my 50, but I can tell you that I've shot it a few times and I know what it's going to do when I pull that trigger. And I know where the bullets are going to go. Just like this rifle, I know that they're going to go relatively where I have the crosshairs at. So that's it. If you have any questions, comment. Send me some comments. Thanks for all the comments that you've already sent me, the subscribers that I've got. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the good ratings and stuff like that. I got to go because I'm running out of time, as usual. I will see you guys all later. See ya.